this is Matt with Learn About Law, and in this video I'm going to discuss the Wisconsin eviction process. Specifically, we will talk about the following. When can a landlord lawfully begin eviction proceedings in Wisconsin? When can't a landlord lawfully begin eviction proceedings in Wisconsin? How much notice is required when evicting someone in Wisconsin? How long does it take to evict a tenant in Wisconsin? When can a landlord lawfully begin eviction proceedings in Wisconsin? In Wisconsin, the question of when a landlord can begin the eviction process against a tenant comes down primarily to the type of lease agreed upon by the parties. In an at-will, month-to-month tenancy, or a tenancy without a lease, a landlord is within their rights to terminate the relationship and have the renter leave the property without cause. When there is a lease with a defined time period, eviction requires a proper justification. The most common is failure to pay rent, but partial or late rent payments are a valid reason for an eviction as well. Criminal activity by the tenant or a guest also qualifies. When can't a landlord lawfully begin eviction proceedings in Wisconsin? Bringing an eviction action in retaliation for a tenant reporting or complaining about a violation of Wisconsin law is considered retaliatory eviction and is strictly prohibited. Note increasing rent, decreasing utility service, or refusing to renew a lease, if done in retaliation for a client complaint regarding violation of Wisconsin law, also qualifies as retaliatory eviction. How much notice is required when evicting someone in Wisconsin? It depends on the type of lease, the arrangement, and the reason for the eviction. If there is no lease for a no-cause termination, the landlord must provide a 28-day notice. If a month-to-month tenant gives cause for eviction, 14-day eviction notice without recourse is acceptable. For tenants on a lease of 1 year or less who fail to pay rent or otherwise break the terms of their lease, the landlord must provide the tenant a notice allowing 5 days to rectify the situation. If the tenant fails to do so in that time period, the landlord may begin the eviction process in court. Tenants with a lease for more than 1 year who have failed to pay the rent or otherwise breached their lease must be provided a 30-day notice allowing them that time to rectify the situation. How long does it take to evict a tenant in Wisconsin? After the requisite notice period, the landlord may begin the eviction process. This includes a court proceeding in which the landlord must present their reason for eviction, and the tenant is allowed to present any legal defenses they may have to eviction. If the court finds in favor of the landlord and the tenant refuses to comply and vacate the property, law enforcement must be relied upon to enforce the decision. This process can take anywhere from a couple months to closer to half a year. Thanks for watching. And to learn more about the Wisconsin eviction process, check out our article linked below. And be sure to leave any questions you have in the comments and subscribe for more legal content daily.